Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
We got chocolate chip cookies. Why is my thing so far away?
Oh, no, I have them.
I don't know. Here we go. Now we're closer.
There you go.
Am I closer?
You got like a tie on there or something.
That's from Studio D when they gave us the jewelry cleaning box. She unwrapped it for me, and I just left it there because I feel like it's good luck.
Their little Christmas special this year.
Thank you for the wine.
Yeah, and the
And the
cookies.
chocolate chip cookies. Cheers.
I got crumbs going down my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water today.
Cheers.
That's all right.
I was out all
That's so
weekend.
fun.
Even though it was my birthday weekend, I did good. Like, I don't feel like I need to hydrate
Well,
with
you know,
water today.
I got drunk for your birthday weekend, so
Thank you for that.
You did it for me.
you're welcome. Anytime. That's what friends are for.
Take one for the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does. She's good
Yeah.
about that.
Just drink my wine.
That's fine.
Well, Katie's here again.
Yay, Katie.
Hi,
Yay.
Katie.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Italy.
How was your trip to Italy? You just got back not that long ago.
Gosh.
September, when was it? 26th.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We're asking
6
her
days.
questions as she's trying to enjoy her chocolate chip
Yeah.
cookie.
It's okay. We'll just keep chomping together. Let's chomp together.
That's our biggest compliment, is that people feel like they're just sitting next
Sitting
to us
with us.
listening, so you
Well,
might as well hear us.
You can listen
At
to me
least-
chew
Yep.
while I'm listening to Katie talk about Italy.
And I dribble it down my shirt.
I was so
Yeah.
excited that we were having this tonight. We're recording on Monday. This is going to
Yeah.
go live on Friday because I just had such a Monday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fighting with insurance for prescriptions, then fighting with one of our old colleges. You're spilling on yourself.
Meredith's going to have to vacuum over here under me later.
You don't have any pets, right?
I
That
know,
can, clean this
no.
up.
I feel like I'm fighting with everyone today. So then I knew you both were coming over. I'm like, oh, this is going to make it so much better. Monday is so much better now.
My Monday actually went smooth, but it was like crazy busy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just busy for work like catch up?
Uh-huh.
Or, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the stores were busy or.
No. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Monday is always just like, I don't want to be here. So,
Is it like a catch up from the weekend or is it a prep for the week?
Well, I don't know. Always for me, whenever I worked even corporate life, I always hated Mondays. And Sundays I hate worse because I know Monday's here, like next. So
We call that the Sunday scaries.
it sucks. I just like, and Sundays I'm like, yesterday, well, no, wait, today's Monday. Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday I said to my husband, I'm like, Stefano, we're going for a walk. And he's like, but I walk all week.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's
I'm
so
like,
beautiful
but
out.
let's walk around the lake because let's do something together because this day sucks.
Yeah.
I just hate
Yeah.
Sundays.
And it was like kind of dreary all weekend, and
Yeah, the
yesterday was a
rain.
nice day.
It was a nice day.
And then today was like dreary again, and I'm like, of course, because it's Monday.
It's Monday. And then with the darkness, I hate
Yeah.
when it starts getting dark again.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like that all day. So I have the house upstairs decorated for Halloween with lights.
Yeah.
And I immediately turned them on. I woke up early this morning, poured myself some coffee, and I was like, I need lights.
Yeah.
Because I just knew it was going to be dreary
Yeah.
and gray today.
Yeah.
It helps a little bit
Yeah.
just to have something.
Something.
Some kind of illumination.
Sometimes I wish I worked from home, but I don't think I would do well at
Yeah.
it.
I'm in stores Thursday, Friday, so that'll be
Good,
nice. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll get out of the house.
Good.
I'd be eating all these cookies if I worked from home. All
Yeah.
the time.
For real.
What do you do when you're not truly Italy? I don't even think we asked you that last
Oh, I
time.
don't know. Yeah.
So
As she's eating again, I love it.
We'll edit that.
These are very like extra sweet. Do you use all brown sugar?
okay. So these cookies are with kamut flour.
Okay.
What
I
is
can-
that?
It's a type of grain.
Okay.
So it's actually healthy. You're
Oh,
welcome.
I can feel the pounds just melting off of me.
And then I use brown sugar and brown sugar and cane sugar
Yeah.
Yeah.
because white sugar's bad.
Yeah.
I can
Yes.
definitely taste the difference.
It's good.
And then French salt.
Okay.
You know, I got a little chunk of salt, which I definitely enjoy in
Oh,
a
yeah.
chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was good. That wasn't mixed in. That was
So-
good.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be there.
It's supposed to
Yeah.
be there. Yeah.
Good.
Like Katie forgot to mix that up.
No, it's fine
No,
with
no.
me.
Salt.
No,
I love
it's
a
good.
salty cookie. Salty and
I
chocolate.
can tell immediately it was a recipe that I've never tried before. So.
Yeah. So feel free to have more as we chomp. So I actually worked for Boulder Ridge Country Club.
Oh.
I'm a fitness director there.
Oh,
So
maybe
I
we
teach-
did
Oh,
chat a little
We
bit
did
about
talk
that. but
about
maybe
your
we didn't-
yoga and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I do personal training. I teach fitness classes. I don't teach yoga as much anymore,
Mhm.
but if I have to, I will. But yeah, no.
Do you
I mean,
feel like yoga died out in the last couple of years?
I just don't like the culture of it
Mm.
anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, I'll do it for the members because we have a very small community.
Yeah.
But I'm not like
But
going
like to
out
be
there.
like a true yogi, you have to be like completely vegan.
No, not necessarily.
No,
No, because
Oh.
I ate like this when I was a yogi. So.
that was a rumor I heard.
I ate a bunch of pasta.
Y'all lied to me.
Yeah.
I thought you had to live this very strict lifestyle in order
To be a yogi.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, maybe
she's
in-
like no.
Maybe in California. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe when they. Cause I don't know.
You know,
I've
my
never
old
heard that.
neighbor lives out in California. And know
Uh-huh.
what he does is Reiki healing.
Oh, Reiki's
Yeah.
beautiful. Have you ever had Reiki done?
No.
Oh my God, it's the most amazing thing.
But he is totally like, just from growing up with him, like that fits him so well.
Is
like,
he someone that lays outside and suns his butthole?
I heard this the other episode.
I don't
Oh my
think
God.
so, but maybe. You know,
I'm gonna
I
ask that every time you're gonna talk about
I
it.
haven't talked to him in like a good 20 years, so it's possible, you know.
I don't know what that's called.
Sun in your butthole. Vitamin D.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I mean, I like my day job, because it actually gives me the ability to go to Italy
Yeah.
as often
Yeah,
as
of
we
course,
do.
of course.
But yeah, it's not something that I want to do for. I mean, I've been there now 5 years, so I've
Yeah.
been there. This is the longest actual job I've ever had in my life.
Oh, really?
And I'm 42 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just chit-chatting with a lady today in line at the deli, and she was talking about she's worked 2 jobs pretty much her whole life because she's always worked retail. And the manager walked up and said, "Oh, hey, how you doing? This and that." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm leaving." She goes, "Geez, when am I going to get my ass out of retail, you know?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do it. There's other jobs out there."
Yeah.
Do you have a plan? Like, the only reason why I
do.
ask is because I turned 48 on Saturday. I'm actually saying
Oh
it
my
on the
God.
podcast.
Wait a minute. No, I thought you said 42. So I'm like, oh my God, me and Meredith are the same age.
Oh, thank you.
She
Yes,
lies
yes.
all the
I
time
lie.
about her
You're never gonna
age.
know how old I am. No, and so I have a 2-year plan. Like
Okay.
I know, and I keep telling Cass it. Like I know, things will be going.
I'm pretty
by the time I'm
excited
50.
at her 50th birthday because
Oh.
shit's just going to be
What do
falling
you-
into place.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move to Costa Rica or something?
Sure.
It's just everything's
Yeah.
everything's
Whatever
I have a
Meredith
2-year
says.
plan. Yeah,
Whatever
I'm-
Meredith
so I'm
says goes.
curious if you have a plan, like before
Well,
you're 45 or
we-
50.
Well, I don't have that concrete of a plan.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
But I don't. I really would. I hope I would want to move to Italy in 5 years.
Sure,
But
sure.
Stefan was
Yeah.
like, "Can you just wait till I retire so I can get my pension?"
Right.
Because he works
Yeah.
for the school district.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get a nice pension. So we're thinking about 15 years.
Yeah.
Because you talked
Then-
about on the last episode that they don't make much over there, right? Even with
No.
a good job like a plumber.
No, and also the fact that there's no investments
Yeah.
there. I mean there are, but my mother-in-law, we were talking about this in September, and she's like, "You guys have so many investments that a normal Italian can never get
Yeah.
because they don't have the means. They don't
Yeah.
have the ability to save and then put aside. I have 5 savings going on in my bank right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm vacation, other stuff, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We eventually have to get a all new appliances because our house is built in 2008. And we need to get a new fridge, a new oven, new
Yeah, it's just
microwave.
that time,
It's that
right?
time to
Yeah.
get rid of get new stuff. So that's not. People aren't able to do that in Italy. It's not like my friend who's lived there now almost 15 years. She's married to a Sicilian, and she told me in September, she's like, "Katie, I really want to. We're looking to buy a house because Amadeo finally got a really good job, so that they can save a little bit
Yeah.
and then put a down payment on, because they've been renting for years and stuff. So there's no of that how we buy a house and we have that investment.
Equity. Yeah.
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 Italians don't really have that.
Is it do you
interesting.
feel more in Italy it's old money almost? It's they bought the house generations ago
Well,
and it just keeps passing on.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
So if Stefano was still in Italy and he wanted my mother-in-law Fernanda wanted to move back to Trentino where she's from, he could take that house.
Yeah.
She could just say, "Here, it's yours."
yeah. Which is something you can't do here in the US.
No.
You have
can't.
to basically buy it again.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a normal thing. They pay off the mortgage, and the house that my mother-in-law lives, they've paid it off years ago.
Yeah.
So the house is just she hasn't had to pay a mortgage in
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
So that's something I was talking to somebody today about that. I'm like, do you still have your mortgage? It was a client of mine. He's 77 years old. He lives in Boulder Ridge. And I'm like, "Do you still have a mortgage?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh.
"Oh
It's
God,
gross, right?
Would you ever want to not have that?" "Oh yeah."
Yeah, that's what we all like work for. It just never happens.
Why can't we have Taylor Swift or Kardashian money and just
Yeah.
pay it in cash,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what they do? I don't know.
That was
Like-
my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law recently paid off their house, and they're like in their early 60s. And I was like, I am so proud of you. Like, that is something that people don't do nowadays.
No.
It's because they have to refinance because they need new appliances. Or they both need a new car, so you refinance and you just, put it on the house and then pay the mortgage, know? And I was like, nobody pays off their house anymore. People, and then now we're talking about a generation under us. Like, are they even going to own anything?
Oh,
like,
totally.
it's ridiculous
Because it's all about
now.
digital nomadism
Yeah.
now. Like everyone's living in like Panama and they work for a company in Spain.
Yeah.
Something like,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But that's like in your 20s, like,
Yeah.
when you're 30s, 40s, do you really want to be living in a
I
hut?
mean,
I don't know.
it's kind of why I didn't have kids, but Johnny won't let me leave the village.
Where
The
did you
small
want to go?
village that he grew up in. I would like to go anywhere.
What village are you in?
Just over here.
Oh. I didn't know if you I knew you were close, but like Johnsburg then? Or no, or Ringwood.
McCollum Lake.
Oh, McCollum.
Yeah,
Lake. Oh, okay.
yeah. And it's like he was born and raised in that
And he's
village.
just
He'll
stuck-
never leave that
Does
village.
he have like a watering hole that he needs to go to every day?
Pretty
Like Norm?
much.
Like, okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And so, it's his whole family lives there. Like they
Oh,
all
okay.
live in the
So
village.
it's a connection thing.
It's a
too.
family thing,
Yeah.
And so I get it, but I just
Where are you from though?
all
Originally?
around.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you moved around. Okay.
We moved around a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I will say this is probably the nicest house I've ever lived in my life.
That's nice.
Beautiful house.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So years
But,
ago, I
yeah.
was being nosy. We all had to put some of the leaders, we had to put our names and addresses because we were getting some samples from some companies. So I was being nosy and I was Google Earthing and Googling.
Oh my
like,
God,
people's
looking at
addresses,
everybody's
which I'm sure
Zillowing their
I'm
house.
100% certain they did it on my address too. And there was someone that lived in, I think, North Carolina or one of Charlotte or something. And so I looked hers up because she just seems like someone that's got it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got the fat diamond and always the nice sweaters and all that kind of stuff. And her house is $1 million.
Oh.
And but when you go to keep looking at it, like on what is it, Zulily or what is it
Zillow.
called?
Zillow.
Zulily.
Zillow.
Zulily, right?
You said it first, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Zulily.
yeah, right.
Oh.
When you look on Zillow, it'll tell you how much they owe, and they owed $850,000 on it.
It shows you how much.
Yeah, one
somebody
of
owes.
those sites shows
Really?
you how much the mortgage is, like how much they owe. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you do that to yourself? And
Yeah.
she was, I think she's my age or a little bit older, so like low
Yeah.
40s, So
Oh.
Low
why,
40s.
why would you?
You know, the low 40s. That's where I'm at. The low 40s. It's a good, nice area
Yeah,
to
it's
be
a
in.
really nice area to be in. Not when you owe $850,000 on
No.
a house. And I'm sure there's people listening that are like, "Why? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
We have our dream house." For me, that's too
That
much.
gives me
It's too
anxiety.
much.
Yeah, that's too much stress
Well,
for me.
it's-
Other people may not. I'm
No.
sure they're great with it.
It's definitely too much for me because I do not make that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know, and like
yeah.
my husband just retired and he had a really good job. He was in construction.
Okay.
So again, like your
Yeah, yeah,
husband,
yeah.
it's booming out here,
Sure.
in the US, but we couldn't afford that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way.
I get
both of
anxious
us.
when I have a lot on my credit card.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of
Right,
house too.
right.
Like I don't know what I would do with a $1 million house.
Even
Yeah.
even in the no, I mean,
now that the kids are gone, well,
Yeah.
one's gone, one's will be.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think even in Boulder Ridge, if you guys have ever been there,
Mm-hmm.
like there's some really nice houses there too, and I'm always thinking like, what are they doing with all those roads?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
That's
some
when
of
I
them-
drive through Naperville.
Oh,
If you've ever
Naperville.
driven through Naperville,
Yeah.
or if you know where Naperville
Or
is,
even
if you're listening.
or even like Highland
Yes.
Park,
Yes.
Northbrook,
Oh, Lake
like-
Geneva.
Yeah.
or even
I
Lake
loop the
Geneva.
22 miles all the time in Lake
Those
Geneva. I'm
are
like,
all
wow, there's so
million
much room.
plus houses.
Yeah, there's one that's
It's like,
30 million for sale
Oh,
right now.
oh, I
Ew.
saw that. I saw that house, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I
I would
need
be
that.
so sad. Like I'd go room to room. I'd be like, I mean, it'd be cool hide and seek. I mean, it would
totally.
be excellent hide and seek.
That would be an awesome house to have.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah, for
look
sure.
at those
Totally.
houses and I go, it would suck to wash those windows. And I go, if I own that house, I
You-
could afford
you
somebody
would-
to wash
exactly.
the windows
Yeah.
for
That's
me.
what I would
so.
think about too. I'm like, what kind of help would
Yeah.
I buy? Would I get? Would I buy? Would I get?
buy?
Like, would I just hire like buy
not
on
gonna do
Amazon?
another racist
There's a
episode,
box
are
of
we?
people like that.
The time period movies that I love to watch, the Jane
Yeah.
Austen movies
Yeah.
and all that,
Yeah.
they would find out that the carriage was on its way, so then they would
Yeah.
all be taking the stuff off and dusting. That's how it would
Yeah.
be in a $30 million house.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
would
God.
know you're flying and you're on your way, and they better get the house ready for you.
Yeah.
But then I think like, why would anybody want the house like that when they could experience with all the money
Things.
that they
Right.
have, why don't they go places?
That's my.
I'm guessing
that's
that they
where-
probably do.
I'm sure
I'm
they
sure
do.
they
Yeah.
do.
But I wonder, okay, like just like I said, Naperville,
Mm.
okay, there's just these neighborhoods of these amazing houses, and I'm like, what do these people do for a living?
That's what I always wonder too.
You want to just
What do
knock
these-
on
I
their
would-
doors, knock on their
I kinda
fences?
do.
I'm having a survey
Yeah.
of the neighborhood.
What do you
like,
do?
What do you do?
Like,
for a
you know
living?
that guy that asks, he's on TikTok, and he asks all the
Hey,
people.
what do you do for a living?
Yes,
in the cool
I
cars?
Saw that guy,
Yeah. And I just want to go around and do that. And of course, they would be like, get the hell off my lawn, but it would be so like, what the hell do they do?
I'm guessing hedge fund or investment banker or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be something like that.
Something
but-
awesome.
Or like
So, okay, I saw another TikTok again because I'm always on TikTok. And it was, they asked Americans, what percentage do you think it is, right?
okay.
So it was like, what percentage of America do you think is obese, and like what percent? So what percentage of the U.S. do you think is millionaires?
Oh, is it? Wait, do you have the answer?
I do.
Okay, because I didn't want to answer, and you were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know the answer.
I'm gonna say 13%.
13%, you say?
I'm gonna go 20.
It's 0.5.
Oh,
out of town.
Wow.
0.5%
I
of
thought
Are
I was low.
millionaires?
U.S.
Are millionaires?
Yeah.
0.5%.
I said 2%. I thought 2%.
Yeah.
And
Wait
no,
a
it's
minute.
0.5.
0.5.
0.5.
But how many people is that? Did we
Yeah,
figure
right,
that out?
right. How
Well,
many-
there's about 350 million people in the U.S.
Okay.
So is that just the Kardashians that are the 0.5%?
Because there's enough of them.
I
Jesus.
know, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is 0.5. So 1% would be
Oh, God, don't do the
33,000,
math.
right?
I know. I don't want to do math right now.
I think.
it's Monday.
Don't.
Unless you like to do math.
I hate math. I don't know why I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, I mean, it's still a large number.
It is a large
but
number.
Retail hasn't taught me that.
Do they all live in Naperville and surrounding areas? Because it's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Naperville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Oh
that's
my
still
God.
a lot of people. 0.5 is still a lot of people.
Yeah.
That is a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
people.
a lot
for
of
that.
money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to
But
be
yeah,
had.
I would want to be doing things. That's
Yeah.
what I
What
wanna
I
do.
don't get is, well, I was telling you my story
Yeah.
about my lottery ticket.
Oh,
But what
yeah.
I don't get is that we had over like $1.5 billion a Powerball.
Mm.
One person won in California.
Um,
Why can't they set it where like 30 people win and they can share?
you-
Yeah. What the hell?
And I'm not sure, I didn't fact check this, but I do believe the last 3 times Powerball got up over $1 billion, it was all California.
And it was
Every single
single
time. Yes.
winners. That's interesting.
It's a conspiracy now. People got their conspiracy
Oh.
going that it's the government taking the money.
It very well could
It's
be.
not even an
only
actual
in
person.
California. So the government's
Well,
winning in
yeah.
California.
Did you get this news from TikTok?
Of course I did.
Then I believe you then. I
Yes.
believe you.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the new conspiracy theory, is that nobody's actually winning the Powerball. It's actually the government just keeping the money, which I would believe.
Oh, goodness. Well, so we want to hear about your
Yeah,
trip.
so, yeah,
how
we
did it
segued.
go? Tell us a couple things about your trip. And then I want to talk about some of the things that you shared on TikTok about like your favorite bag or your favorite travel
yeah.
accessories.
Yes.
Oh, I have
Let's
some news
give
on that.
everyone
Oh my
some
God.
ideas about
Yeah.
how
Good
to
one.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my trip this time was actually 6 days. Like, it was
Oh.
really quick.
Yeah.
So we had a few things that we did with friends, obviously, but few things that I did that was for my retreat is I met with this woman called Katarina, and she and her family own a jewelry workshop,
Mm-hmm.
and they make these earrings. These are very
Those are
Yes,
very cute. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I bought this too from Katarina.
And so those are gold hoops.
Yes,
And they look almost look like
yeah.
gold stuff, like
Tree
rope
of
hoops.
life
Yes.
necklace, little
Yes.
sparkly.
I love those trees.
What makes the sparkle in that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
don't know.
didn't ask
It's
any
very
further
shiny.
questions.
It's a tree of life in a circle. Yeah.
I was when we were there were 3 Australian women. Oh yeah, Australian women. They bought like freaking everything in the shop.
Really?
Like, oh my god. They
Wow.
were like, and this one woman spoke really good Italian because she has family in Italy, but they just took up most of Catarina's time, so she get ready to talk to me. So I'm just like, I want that, and let's talk about my retreats and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she was awesome, and I met her mom Tatiana, which they're just amazing. And this particular, it's called Argento Firenze, and this particular workshop is something that's dying in the sense that artisan type jewelry making is dying. It's a dying breed. So they're very small. They have a tiny workshop. You could actually, I'm not going to do it in the next couple of years, but eventually, but you can make your own jewelry there
Yeah.
too. So there's four workstations that you can make like a bracelet or a ring or something like that. So it's a really cool experience. It's in the middle of like a industrial area where their workshop is, but it's 20 minutes from the Chianti, which is even better because you can go to the Chianti and go to some vineyards right afterward.
Yeah.
So from there we met the guy that I wanted to meet. I had this like dream of him, and I talked to him over WhatsApp in May. I had never met him before. Found him on Instagram. His name's Gianluca, and he started doing cooking classes out of his house. Okay, so this guy is like magical.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you. Yes. And when we pulled up, he was waiting right outside, and I immediately saw him. And he looked at me. He's like, in Italian, he's like, "It's like I'm seeing a celebrity. You're famous." Because we've been like messaging back and forth for so long that he's finally, and he gave me this big hug, and I'm like, "Come into my house." And I said to him before when I got there, and I'm like, we just want to, stop and say hi and like get to know. He's like, no, I'm making you lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
That's like true Italian, right? They're not letting you leave hungry.
No, you're not going to stop.
Even if you're not hungry, they're still going to shove food down your throat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, you need to eat.
Oh my God. And his house is just magical because it's right outside of the town Monteferralle, the wine that we're drinking now. And when you walk in and you walk up the stairs and you turn, there's an old fireplace, okay? And then right next to it is one of the oldest kitchens. Like the kitchens where there's a hole where you would take the wood from the fire and put it in, and then it's like a stovetop.
Yes.
It's like built into the wall.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is like amazing. I've never and I'm like, my eyes are like out like this. And so we go into the kitchen, he starts cooking with us, and he doesn't speak a lot of English, which is awesome. I told him, like, you don't need to learn a lot of English. He's like, but I want to I'm like, you can learn words, fine.
Yeah.
But Americans, and especially Americans, love when you're trying to communicate without like knowing the same language.
Without
because
words.
you can. Because you can with your eyes, with the all the things.
Smelling the garlic and then give it to them to smell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so his story is he moved there right after the pandemic. So he lived outside of Florence, and he owned 2 to 3 different restaurants outside of Florence, and then he closed them or whatever. And then he also owned a pastry shop. So I'm like, I didn't know any of this until I got there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be an amazing meal. I just can't wait. And I've seen some of the pictures of what he does, but I'm like, he's like very novice on Instagram. So it's not like he's like going, like doing all the reels. He just has a lot of pictures of people with him and like smiling. He's just like, I have new friends, like stuff like that. And so after the pandemic, and then I said to him, like, did you just start this right after the pandemic? You moved there. He's like, no, I started this 5 months ago.
Oh, wow.
So like not even a year he's been doing this. So now he's being passed around word of mouth from all the villas around there, and then some of the tour guides, and then me, and then like he's gotten like people just like asking him, can you come to my villa and make me a dinner? And he's like, okay. And he's retired. Okay.
It's like having a celebrity chef in your house, right? Yeah.
I swear. And he has this energy about him. He's like all about the universe. And I don't know if you guys are spiritual, but like he like meshed with me really well in the sense that he's just like, everything happens for a reason. Like, I'm so glad we met. And my mother-in-law is a real vegetarian. Mm-hmm. So I had to message him before. I'm like, Gianluca, just so you know, my mother-in-law is a vegetarian because we were on our way to Umbria. We were going to stay at a villa out there. And he's like, okay, I got it. No worries. My mother-in-law's mouth like dropped when she saw the plate. She's like, oh my God, I'm so
What did he make?
He made her like this like sformatina di it's like a form of like a you know how tartare is made?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it was like a cream with zucchini.
Stop.
And it was like really like light. And then he made her some type of like, oh God, what is it? I have the pictures in my phone, but I'm not gonna like, but beans, we had beans and like some sort of like broccoli or something. And she was like, the whole time, she's like, Katie, you have to bring people here.
My mouth is watering just you talking about it.
It was so good. And the meat he made this like stewed meat. He stewed it for like 8 hours, and it's just like delicious. And the pasta he made from scratch, and he made it, and then he broke it up. It was like a way I've never seen pasta made.
Oh,
They
make
make
it
it
look so easy to
Amazing.
make
It was like
pasta.
amazing. Like, you guys have to come. Like, just come, you guys, not your husbands.
Yeah.
Your husbands don't want to come. Like, just come, you guys, because
I
you
can't
have
go
so
without
much
my
fun.
husband.
He
Yeah.
won't
She
let
has
you-
to take
I
her
absolutely
husband.
have to take
Will he-
mine.
will
I
he come?
absolutely do
Yeah.
not have to take mine.
Your husband's fine at the watering hole down the street.
Johnny's the one that's stopping the four of us from
Yeah.
not going. We don't want to go
Yeah.
without him, so we got to talk him into it.
Yeah.
Come on, it's
we'll
so.
get him.
I mean,
we'll
and
get him.
It's something like when you're coming with me, like it's very personal, so we
Yeah.
can like pick and choose what we want to do. Like
Yeah.
it's not like what I have on my website is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Like whenever. I'm like talking you guys into this. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you don't have to
You
talk
don't
us
have to
into
talk
it.
us into it.
Like,
We're
come
already
on.
mad we didn't get to go on
Like-
this trip with you.
I know, damn it. So Gianluca, so we did that. We had a 3-course meal. Okay. So then he made a fresh dessert, zabaione, which is like egg yolks, cream, egg yolks and flour. What else was it? But he like whipped it up in this copper pot. And it has to be in a copper pot.
Yes. That's pétuché. How do you say that?
I don't know.
Pétuché. Isn't that egg yolks and flour?
I'm sure you're right.
How the hell do you say that?
Well, in Italian it's zabaione. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But so he made this all from scratch, and then we sat there for like 3.5 hours,
Wow.
and it was just so special. I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna message you like every day because I just want your energy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, let's talk. I'm like, okay. So like every so often, I'm just messaging him. I'm like, ciao, come stai? Like, how are you? And he's like, I'm good. I was really busy today. I had 2 groups or whatever. And I'm like, but he's trying to like keep it so he knows. He worked in the restaurant business, so he's
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to just keep it the way I want to do it.
His limits.
His limits and
Yeah.
like his boundaries. Like, okay, I'm gonna do one. Like, if he does one lunch, he won't do a dinner.
Yeah.
He
You know, I
won't.
was talking to someone about that, like the art. So this is like the art of cooking or just
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
And it's always a great time when you're not getting paid. Right? Like, so,
Yeah.
for example, like an artist that paints or does some kind of sculptures.
Yeah.
And so you just have it and you don't do any commission. But then all of a sudden, when you start accepting commissions, then it's almost like a chore.
Yeah.
And then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
So I could see that where, you know, he's going to have his limits. I'm going to do this. You know, you're welcome to come. And so I can see that.
He's in retirement. Like, he's getting his
Yeah.
pension, so it's not like he needs money. And he's
Right.
actually renting that house. It's not even his.
Yeah.
So like, he would love to buy it, but I don't think he has the means. But like, he's just doing it because he likes to do it.
Yeah.
And he likes to meet people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, he's had people from Brazil, from like Australia, like all these people that like.
And where's he at in Italy?
He's right outside of Monteferrale. He's in
Oh, okay,
Monteferale
okay.
in Chianti,
Mm-hmm.
like Greve and Chianti, and he's like just on like north of that, like
Oh,
5
okay.
minutes. Yeah.
Amazing.
So-
Did
but
you
yeah.
say? Did you say zabaione?
Yeah, zabaione.
Yeah, and that's when I googled egg yolks and flour cooked. But that's like it starts a pastry when you do that too, and I can't figure it out. Anyways,
Shoot.
but I mean, Google was
It was right.
it heard you.
It heard me saying it. I just got a notification on Instagram that Low and Sons bag that I I created a reel on. They're like featuring me in their
Stop
Instagram
it.
Amazing.
on the 20th, which is this week sometime. And
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
okay, well, that'll be fun. Hopefully, I'll get some people to follow me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, Low and Sons I found in 2018. Okay, and Low and Sons is not a cheap bag because I've had it now since 2018, and
Yeah.
I don't have a rip. I might have a little discoloring on the side, but like,
Right.
it is
Just
the best
from
bag.
using it.
Yeah,
it's been
using
well
it.
loved.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! And I should have brought it. I wish you told me. I would have brought it. But I love it. I use it for everything. I bring it to some of my chamber events, like
Yeah.
to carry my stuff in. But it has an amazing like bottom compartment that you can put shoes in. I always put extra underwear and socks because you never know if your bag like gets lost. And, like, I
Yes,
don't want to get there and
absolutely.
like I'm like I need to change my underwear. I don't know why
I
we
shit
think
myself.
I don't know why we always think that underwear is the
I
most
know.
important thing because like
I don't
I would
know.
want pants or something. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I do like if I'm going to like Arizona and I have like a shorts or something
Yeah.
I put in. If I don't want to wear shorts on the plane, but
Well, we figure worst case scenario, we walk around in our underwear.
I got new socks and underwear. I'm good. That's
It
all I
doubles as
need.
a swimsuit, so you're
Yeah.
fine.
Oh,
right?
yeah, there's swimsuit. There's
Me
a
and my
pool
granny
in the-
panties at the pool
at the hotel.
with my cute push-up bra.
Yeah, so I always put that stuff in. And then the compartment on the top is quite easily like there's not compartments, but I don't know, I just seem to like it because it's easy to if I wanted to, like, for example, I always bring my iPad with me. So after I go through security, like, I usually put my iPad underneath where my shoes are and my underwear and my socks because it's a bulky thing. I'm not going to use it on the plane, you know?
Yeah.
So then I have more space in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I just really like that bag.
And how are the straps? Is it like more of a backpack or is it a crossover?
No, it can be. There's a shoulder strap. I'm just like, here it is. Imagine bag. And then there's like a handle. So I usually carry it like this.
So
so it's up a little closer to your
Yeah.
to your
it's
body.
not a roller bag.
No, it's not a roller bag.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's
a canvas
LO
bag.
and Sons.
Sons, yes.
Low and Sons.
Low and
LO.
Sons,
Yeah, so
yes.
people can look it up. Well, they
Yeah.
can follow you on TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram and
Yeah.
see your video
Yeah,
on it
because
too.
the Catalina Deluxe Tote is the one I have.
Yeah.
Catalina Deluxe Tote.
Look it up. It's
I
really,
said
there's so
yeah,
many
yeah.
colors.
I was, last time we interviewed you, then I immediately followed you on TikTok.
Thank you.
And
you
all
like
your
all my
videos.
stuff.
I do. Yeah,
I'm like,
I love
oh my
your
God,
videos.
It's Cassie, Frassy, Lassie, whatever your name is. I'm like,
And I love that you were like, oh, bring an umbrella. And I was like, nah, I feel like Italian rain would just hit different. Like, I don't even care.
It'd be warm and cozy.
I'm in Italy. Like,
it's just gonna
raining.
be wine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You can drink it probably and catch a buzz. Or it's going to be like pasta rain.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
it's
like
going to be
fusilli
delicious.
coming from the
yes.
sea- from the
Cloudy
sky.
with a chance of meatballs.
There
you
you
know?
go. There you go.
So yeah, I just like when I was in Costa Rica, it rained every single day. We were there like right at the
No.
end of their rainy season.
Shoot.
Didn't bother me at all.
Oh no.
I loved it.
Were you just out in the rain?
Yeah.
In
We'd
the,
be out
like,
swimming. It
Was
only
it
rained for a
warm?
little while. Yeah, it was like 90 degrees
Oh,
and
so it yeah.
80% humidity.
So it would
yeah.
rain for like 5 minutes and then it'll be sunny
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
That's like in
And then
Rome
it would
in the
rain
summer.
all
Yeah.
night.
Oh yeah.
And it was like so beautiful to sleep to rain
Oh
all
my
night.
God. Did you
yeah.
have monkeys come in your house?
They did not come into the house, but the howler monkeys were like right outside our
Were they
windows.
like making love or something?
They were loud.
They were
I
just
don't know
loud.
what the hell they were doing because I never saw them. I could never see them up
Really?
in the trees
Do
because
they camouflage themselves?
yes, and
Get
the
out.
sound they make, they sound like they're the size of gorillas,
Oh my God.
and they're not. They're like this big, like maybe 12 inches big, but they are loud.
But they never came close to you?
No, no. So the people that took care of the house
Sure.
because it was like an Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
They said when they first built that house, they had to replace the windows 1,000,000 times because the monkeys would come up to the windows and see their reflection and like attack themselves through the window. Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
oh my
it
God,
was
that's
cool.
horrible, but it's cool.
Lots of iguanas. Like
iguanas, yeah.
6
I've seen
foot
that in Key
iguanas.
West, yeah.
So many iguanas.
But they don't do anything.
No, they just
They're-
run away.
They're just
We'd feed them Cheetos. You know, they liked that.
American food. Here
They
you go.
seem to like that, yeah. Or fruit. We did have these really cool. They're like raccoons, but they're cuter.
Yeah.
And we had this bowl because the downstairs was just open. It was free air, no walls, you
Yeah.
know. And it was like a living room and a dining room. And we had this bowl of fruit and avocados sitting
Okay.
on the table. And I come down early in the morning,
Yeah.
and there was like 12 of these little raccoon animals just like devoured all of our produce. And I was like, that's probably why they have a lock on the kitchen, you know? Like, besides the people
my
that wander up from
God.
the beach, you know,
Yeah.
like all these animals.
Did they run away when they saw you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can
Yeah.
like pet them or something.
Yeah. And they also have dogs everywhere, like dogs free
So
roam.
wild dogs?
Wild dogs and domesticated. Like if they have a collar on, they belong to somebody and they just wander
Oh,
around.
That's like Italy. They have cats
And-
everywhere. Yeah.
Horses free roam out
Get
there.
out.
Yeah. So I woke up one morning, went
Horse.
walking out to the beach, and boom, there's like 6 horses eating grass.
they're
I was
just
like, hey.
Hey, what's up?
I didn't go by them because I was like, oh, they might
don't-
kick me.
I don't want to be I don't want to be kicked. I'm on vacation.
I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm pretty sure there's not one anywhere around here. So.
Oh my God. And the horse is just like, I'm not going to take you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You can hop on my back. I'll run into the ocean.
yeah, that's where I go. Oh my God. So
What
yeah.
other favorite accessories do you have to bring?
So, what was the other thing I posted on?
I can't remember because I like too many of them.
Well, I did have like a toiletry bag. The one I like attached to it is not the exact one I have, but it's similar. But it's the one that like when you open it up and there's like a hook and you can hang it.
It hangs.
But then there's like zippers in this part.
Yes.
So like
So
put my
you kind of
jewelry and
roll
stuff.
it up and then
Well,
clip
it kind of just
kinda
like velcros
folds.
and
Okay,
folds.
okay.
And then you open it up and you can like sit those like small like shampoo
Bottles.
bottles,
Travel
and stuff.
size,
travel
yeah.
size bottles.
Everybody
and
who
stuff like that.
cruises says
Yeah.
that is a must. because it's such a small bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And you can keep all your junk in
I
there.
shouldn't really take shampoo anymore because like my mother-in-law like stores it there for me.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
But
And she
when
probably
I'm-
has like way better stuff.
Well, I bought it and then I
Oh.
just like left it there
Yeah.
and she's like, yeah, whenever you can just leave it here.
Yeah.
But I always bring my stuff because I like Pureology. So
Yeah.
for my
Yeah.
hair. So like, I always bring my
sorry,
stuff.
didn't
Oh,
mean
I'm
to-
sorry. But yeah. So God, no, you're putting me on.
No,
the
that's
spot. I'm
okay.
trying
So
to
actually, I
figure out
have
what
another
other
question.
bag.
Is there like a Walgreens on the corner?
So there are pharmacias everywhere,
Oh, okay.
like
okay.
everywhere, not like Starbucks.
Pharmacia.
Like for
Pharmacia.
for those that maybe don't want to bring travel, or if it's kind of like, if
Well-
I forget it, I'll buy it. Can that
yes.
happen in Florence?
Oh yeah, in
Oh, okay.
Florence you can find a lot of. They're called profumerias,
Okay.
which is like they have obviously perfumes,
yeah.
and then you can find like shampoo and conditioner there as well.
Oh, okay.
I found it funny.
But
you said,
not
like,
at the pharmacia. The pharmacia is the pharmacy.
Yeah.
That's just for drugs.
But-
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So not like Walgreens.
Not like Walgreens
No.
where you can buy all your
Everything,
groceries.
deodorant
Yeah.
and
But if
stuff
what if you
like that.
forget a prescription? Can you do it there?
No.
no, you
No,
can't.
that will
you're
not-
without for 10 days.
I
or
mean,
whatever.
if you, for example, if you had, I'm trying to think of an example because you could, if it was something that they had, because a lot of the things that we have as prescription, you could probably get over the counter in Italy,
Yes,
but it's not
yes.
worth it. You might just bring your stuff.
Yeah.
Because then you have to translate it, and then like most of the pharmacies have somebody that speaks English in the center of Florence,
Yeah.
not outside.
yeah.
But it's not worth it.
So like
It's
if
a
you
hassle.
forget your blood pressure medicine, like you could probably
So
get
let
it
me
there.
let me tell you a story. So the last retreat I did last September, the couples that I had, they came from Rome. So they were there for a week in Rome. They stayed in one hotel, and when they got to the villa, one of the gentlemen's, he forgot his it was a medicine that he could live without, but he needed it.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he called the hotel, and the
Was it
hotel's
his
like,
Viagra? Cialis.
no, it was some sort of blood pressure
Okay.
type medicine, I think, or something that he needed to take every day, or insulin, something that somebody needs. So we called the hotel. My husband was like talking to the receptionist. Was like, okay, yeah, we can ship it for this amount of money, and it was like kind of steep. Like, so they were going to ship it within the time that we were there at that villa, and they would ship it to Maria or my mother-in-law so that he'd get it. And in the end, he's just like, oh, screw it. I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess
You
didn't
do
need
have to
that
kind of
bad.
decide, right? Yeah.
Like, I'm like, well, because it was something that he left in the fridge. So it was something that was,
Oh.
it wasn't insulin.
It just
it was
sounds like
something.
it was getting too complicated. or
Yeah.
yeah.
something,
And then he was
Yeah.
just like, it's fine. We're leaving after this. Like,
Yeah.
if they were
Yeah.
going somewhere else, maybe he would have wanted it. But
Yeah.
still, like, that was like a.
I did that. I went to San Francisco to run a marathon. We were there for 10 days. It didn't take me 10 days to run the marathon. We went as a family
Yeah.
too. And I forgot my thyroid medicine.
Oh my
So
god.
my poor family had to wait for like 3 hours in a CVS or Walgreens or
Yeah.
something with
to
me.
get it sent.
Yeah, to get it sent over there and to prove that I forgot it here.
Yeah.
Because, insurance,
Sure.
they smack your hand on that.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not covering it. We just filled it last week. Why are you
Right.
trying to get another,
Right.
So we had to prove I only
and
needed
you're like,
it for
I
10
just
days.
need a
and-
couple days so I don't
And I mean, and that's
die.
in the States.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
Well,
like,
see, you go
heading
to
off.
Mexico and you just go, I need that, I need that, I
Right.
need that. And they go, here
just,
you go.
Yeah, you just walk
With
down the
the-
alley. Yeah.
With the side of tacos.
Yeah, please.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
This was part 1 of Cheese, Truffles, and Travel Tips with Katie. Go to trulyitaly.tours and go book your next trip with Katie. We'll see you in Italy, and we'll talk to you next week for part 2. Thanks for listening. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.